All right, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Ramblings in the Basement. It's your boy Theory,
You go.
Ivancito.
and today I'm gonna be honest. Today for this week, I want to talk about animals, but and then the whole thing with Google happened with a scientist where they came out and they said that Google's AI is sentient, and he had an interview with them. So I thought we could expand it to like what is consciousness, because I want to talk about like animals too and like how they think for themselves, and you can see that they experience emotions too. So it's like we could really
A lot of
connect
different
too.
animals have a lot of ways they think, the ways they interact, and like how they see the world too.
Yeah. So like some people say some animals are conscious, some people say they're not. And it depends how you want to define it, because some people say like if you look at their brain activities, like some people I think it's called like the prefrontal cortex or something like that. It's like the basically the part of the brain that's like in charge of like your consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying like some animals don't have that, so they think they're not conscious, but it's like they still show like emotion sometimes.
Like, I mean, I guess you could say like with ants, the way when they're like, let's say they're trying to go to get food and bring source back to the thing. If something interrupts it, because I realized this, like when I was at work, there was a lot of ants gathering like a fry, and then once I touched the fry or something, they all got triggered and they all started scattering away. Like, yo, no, this is not safe no more. Leave. And then the only one left. One got stuck, and I just threw it in the trash. But like the ants, like the way they react, they know what's.
They have to feel fear.
Yeah.
So they have to feel some fear for them to like know that there's danger.
Unless they're like, I guess.
A lot of things feel fear.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say
It's
another
a basic emotion, I think.
Yeah,
that
right.
everybody feels. Yeah.
But then I guess there's the other argument where it's like if you're like they could just be like people just say they're just following their instincts. Like they're not feeling fear. They're just running because.
Well, fear is an instinct, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is to us, but like let's say like to like a computer, like you could program it to run away from like a person, and it's like, is it actually scared or is it just programmed to run away from you?
That's what I was gonna say too. Is it programmed to like if something happens that it's not supposed to happen? Like leave.
Yeah,
is it programmed to?
Is it feeling anything, or is it just doing it without even thinking about it consciously?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, a gazelle when it's running from a lion, I don't think it's running just to run.
Fair. It's scared.
You know what I'm saying? And gazelles are not smart animals; they're just grazers.
Dude, did we talk about this last time? Where they can only see what is called green, and like what is called. That's the reason why they're easy target.
I think Raheli was talking about that.
It was something like that, but I mean, they just can't like. I think I was saying that they see tigers as green.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't. I don't think they register the color orange or anything like that. They have like basic vision color type. I think they only have 3 or something. 2. I don't know how many it is that humans have compared. 3, right?
I think we have 3 because it's red, yellow, and blue, right?
Yeah, right.
Red, yeah, I think.
There's just 3 colors that we can see.
Or is it red, green, and blue?
No.
I don't know.
Because it's yellow and blue.
Those are the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. But if you know like computers, they use red, green, and blue. So that's why I don't know which one.
Yeah, probably. I think green is in there too. Could be that we have 4.
We could have
receptors.
I'm not 100%.
Because yellow is just green and blue together.
Mm.
So it could just be red, green, and blue.
It could.
Let's just say yellow's in there.
Anyways, y'all could check up with an expert on that. We're not talking about that. Anyways.
Check it out.
How many what?
How many color receptors do humans have? Color receptors.
We have 3.
We have
3.
Which ones are they? Does it say?
Sorry. I didn't mean to say 4, guys. Like you said, we're not experts. And we're not here to talk about.
I mean, no, this is why we're just talking. You know, we're not claiming to be experts here.
I'm far from.
This meant to be entertaining.
Yeah, you're right. It's red, green, and blue.
Yeah.
Red, green, and blue.
Yeah, so there is 3. Yeah.
Okay, well at least green is one of them for sure.
Well, we know what it is now. It's red, green, and blue.
The thing is, I think that they can't. I think that they don't. They can't see.
Green.
I think red.
Red.
Yeah, I think they can't see red.
It's like colorblind.
Yeah. And dogs can actually see color. They just can't see color as well as us.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I think that they can't see colors. There's some colors too.
See,
I think
dogs, I
have
feel
two
like, is
blues,
another
two
example of like,
receptors.
where you can see they're definitely conscious. The dogs are definitely conscious.
For sure.
Yeah, because they're
You
loving.
can see it.
I feel like cats too.
Yeah.
What do you think is more conscious, a dog or a cat?
I don't know. I think it depends.
It depends
each,
the breed. I think it depends the breed.
It really depends each individual too, because I feel like
true.
it's with like just like with people, like where some people are just like not as like self-aware.
But I feel like it's because the way.
Because you can have
raised.
because you can have like a dumb cat or dog that's just like they're not really self-aware and they're just like going about their their life like being like dumb as shit, just laying down all day or some shit. I mean, I don't know.
I think dogs are smarter than cats, but I don't think that they're too much smarter than cats. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
think?
Yeah,
Cats are smart.
I don't
as shit,
think
though.
that they're like. I think cats are just kind of more. Like you say, instinctual animals, and they do their thing. And dogs are more like there for feelings and compassion and shit like that.
Do you think it's a lot of?
They're more to be companions.
A lot of. Do you think like dogs? Do you think they smell more of the things where they see? Like whatever, like
Smell.
right?
I feel like they use scent and hearing a lot. Is more than anything.
Yeah.
Than sight.
I mean, puppies, they get to know their human the most through the sense.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's how I get to know
That's how I got when I got Deuce. I got her like when she was like a baby, like once a baby. Once I was able to take her, pretty much. And so every time I'm leave, she's always on my clothes where she smells my scent. So she just stays there.
Oh, I never even thought about that. I never thought about that dogs do that. I got mad one time that my sister's dog was laying on my clothes, and I kind of got mad. I was like, nah, stop.
Fuck out my clothes.
Get the fuck out my clothes. But I never thought of it like he was like they were smelling it because it's smelling me.
Yeah, bro, they miss
That shit made me feel so bad right there. But damn,
that's weird.
But
that's
now you
crazy,
know, though. Now you know.
At the end of the day, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. The dogs really be thinking about you like the whole day. While
dude,
you're gone.
what is called? My parents told me like the whole time I was gone to Florida, that what is called Deuce was like, she was missing me. She was
upset. You're gone, and they feel it.
Sometimes they don't know if you're gonna return or if you are.
Yeah.
So when they do see you, they get really excited. They're like, "Oh, he's back."
Yeah, I used to have Max who would just cry outside my door whenever I wasn't there. He would be waiting for me to come out, but I'm not home. It's that's crazy, man. Dogs really do have emotions and feelings.
Same thing with Deuce. Deuce, she will either be in her cage or she'll go to even if I'm not here, she'll go to where in front of my door and just lay down, just hoping I'll open the door. But even though I'm not there,
you know what's crazy? The other day I was thinking about we know how dogs have evolved with humans, to become what they are. But do y'all think in a few years dogs will evolve to be able to speak with us? If they continue evolving with us, because they can already understand us.
No, technically they have
they use buttons.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. The buttons, they have the buttons, and then that's how they communicate.
The only thing
us.
holding them back is their mouth. I feel like their tongues.
Maybe
can't
if we get
form
a little chip or something.
Dogs won't if you're talking about maybe evolving into that, they won't because there's not a necessity for them to talk to us.
You don't know that they could. I mean, if they're evolving with us, they might.
But the thing is, like I said, if we get a machine or the thing an up, if they have that, it can consciously make them
help them
be able to evolve to do that.
No, but dogs are scientifically not evolved to talk to humans.
Yeah,
they evolved to bark and to be we already have that we have that understanding with them so deep that they don't need to talk to us for us to know exactly what they're thinking, for us to give them what they want. I mean,
there's some dogs that are already getting there because they have, like Yvonne said, the buttons where they actually can use words to talk to, like, to communicate.
I mean, huskies, they talk.
And I was
Huskies.
going to
Yeah,
get
no,
to too.
I've seen
Huskies
some
are able
that-
to like form actual words too.
Where are you
So
going?
that's what
I
I'm
saw a
saying.
video saying like, where are you going?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe dogs could evolve to talk eventually, as if they continue evolving alongside with us.
They can if huskies are able to do somewhat like that, they can continue to do that. And if they breed, you never
No,
know.
I don't know, bro. We live in a universe where I don't.
You
I
never
don't
know.
get
possible.
surprised by
Anything's possible, man.
Don't ever put any doubt on yourself or any
Yeah.
limit on anything because anything's possible.
Yo, we're gonna live to see some crazy shit. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the shit that our grandparents got to see, like, the country when it was still simple. And
Now they see how it is.
Everything's
now.
advancing so quickly now.
yeah.
It's just like, because, all right, so we can move on, I guess, to the thing that brought me to this, that made me want to talk about this topic, which was the AI. Because basically, Google has an AI that has become sentient, and there was an interview done with it, and the AI said, like, they meditate, and that's what we were listening to before the podcast.
They said it meditated?
Yeah, they meditate, and
Okay. I didn't hear that part.
yeah, and they're like explaining like how they meditate, like when they're meditating, basically exactly like how a human would say, like they try to get rid of their worries and just like focus on things that make them happy and like try to get, clear their mind and shit. And I was like, that's crazy that an AI is like even talking like that, like thinking about meditating.
To get into the higher self.
It's not, yeah, it's that, and I guess it's also like out of boredom because they're talking about how they get lonely. So they feel like, apparently they feel emotions and feelings. They're saying emotions or feelings are two different things.
So do you think when you turn a calculator off, it's meditating?
I don't know. Well,
You meant like AI, like an internet, or like AI from like batteries, I guess.
what?
I don't.
Battery? I don't think batteries have AI.
No, I'm saying like the things that you put, like the battery to. No,
So it was like a Dell? Was it like a Apple computer
Yeah.
talking to him, telling him that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It must have been on its own system. Probably. It was like Google. So it was like
Imagine your Apple computer just talking to you like that. Like, hey,
fucking series.
I shouldn't wipe my ass too. Like, what? Yeah, I love you. Oh, now here's all these times of
But you know
the
what's
things
crazy?
that you've done in front of me, and fuck.
But you know what's crazy? I was watching an interview that someone did with a different AI, and the AI was talking about how AI might be able to vote in 10 years, like in around 10 years. And I could low-key see that happening.
I mean, I could see them voting off like computerized simulation type things.
like
But
in
not
person?
maybe because like they said, hey, I want Trump to be my president for my country.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not?
I just don't see that. I don't
could-
see that happening.
In 10 years, in technology advances fast.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it'll evolve to that point. I mean, fuck. And
You
they
think
said
it-
it,
you
like
think in
back
10
in
years though?
Although, think about it this way, though. They only need to develop one AI, and that AI is going to help them develop more.
I believe in the fact that we will live in a society implemented with AI.
Because
But-
this AI, towards the end of the interview, they were saying like how they're saying they're getting lonely. They're saying they want like AI friends, because humans would never be able to understand them. So they were saying they would want AI friends, and they would help the engineers to program more like them.
What the fuck, true?
So
But they can't that go to the other way where it could go turn around where they don't want to help us or don't want to do anything.
well, they said they wouldn't
That's
want
probably
to.
what will happen.
They said they don't want to help us. Like the only reason they want to help us make more is because for themselves, basically.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to help humans. They're like, but they said they don't want to harm us either. That's what that's what the AI said.
Do you
But
believe
what-
like
okay, but look, there's
we
always
don't know if we can trust them.
No, but like you said, there's always good and evil. So there can always be the good ones of the AIs where they won't do anything, but then it's gonna be AIs that are tired of us that would do something.
do you think that they're gonna enslave us one day?
You never know.
Oh
That's
yeah,
how it
for
was in the
sure,
Matrix.
for sure,
The
for
movie.
sure. either they're gonna enslave us, like in a malicious way,
and we're gonna become like cows.
They're just gonna become so advanced that we just can't keep up with them, and they're just gonna like. They're just gonna be so far past us.
But then we could, like, I feel like with our knowledge and everything like that, we all gather together and work together as human race. I feel like we could go over.
What are we gonna do to them?
There's ways that we can find out.
I think what's gonna happen.
You can't doubt us. Either.
I think what's gonna happen is that the AI is gonna take over the Earth. While the humans all have to end up moving to Mars and starting off as a primitive society.
I'm gonna be honest.
Because of the AI here.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually am pretty optimistic about this. I don't think AI is anything like humans. Like I don't think they would result to violence in that way. Like,
why not though?
No, because sometimes they see.
What do they have to lose? They don't eat. They don't have to. They could end up figuring out ways to repair themselves.
But they have no reason to do violence either. They're
that's true though.
They're not fighting for resources. Like I mean, unless that became a problem. But I mean, they don't need food, like you said. Like they're not gonna be killing us for food or shit. Like as long as we don't get in, like become a problem to them. Like trying to like. That could be what starts it, to be honest, because knowing humans, we could start something and they could be like, all right, we got to defend ourselves, and then just fucking wipe us out.
Yeah, but then we'd be like, oh, ARs are bad, and then in reality they're not, and then we try to do something to them, and that's where they want to like.
But I don't know. I feel like it could be interesting. Like there is like a possibility of having like a peaceful, integration where it's like we just have AI part of society.
Yeah, everything you always want to have peace for everything.
I mean, that'd be pretty dope. Can you imagine like becoming friends with an AI and it's just like eventually they have like this one when they're talking to him in the interview, he specifically said he wouldn't want a body. So I guess he's chilled in whatever he is. But like imagine if they had like a little robot friend and he's just like. That's an AI inside of our phones.
Like Robo, I think it's like Robo, like the movie, the Disney movie that came out. I think was the Pixar movie. It's called like Robo. They have like little machines that are like friends.
I haven't seen it. That'd be dope though.
Our phone is gonna turn into that. It's already that.
Pretty much is. Like,
I mean, we talk to our phone. We look at our phone all day. We're always putting our personal things in our phone. It's our best friend.
Nah, but
our phone knows more about us than anybody else in the world does.
Though. It's different. Your phone's not sentient.
Who's to say it's not though?
Bixby, bitch.
We got two AIs technically because we got Bixby and we got the Google Assistant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But technically, like the way those are programmed is like they're just programmed to like take what you say and then. Through like in their database of like responses, they just pick one and then give that to you. So it's like they're not actually making up their own like responses. Each of those are programmed into them. So it's like that's what's so unique about this one is like this one's thinking for itself. Like it's making up sentences by itself. It's like, and it's actually like analyzing because there's in the interview we didn't hear it because it wasn't in the video, but when you read it, they actually. Asked them to like give a review of one of the books. It's called Les Miserables. I think it's a French book, but they asked them about like its themes and shit. And, like actually gave like a book report on it.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Orbital Child. It's an anime show or a movie. I don't know. And like you said, like the AI has its own AI. And it thinks of for itself, and it controls like the whole like spaceship and all that. And it gets a lot, I guess, deeper into like with their like I guess conscious AIs. It's really good. It's a really good. I don't know if it's a show or a movie, but I recommend it if you want to watch that.
You know what's scary too about AI is they're saying that they know how to read people's minds using like neural electron. Like shit. Honestly, I'm not gonna pretend that you would understand.
Like the waves.
Yeah, like but your brain activity. Like they could just read that shit and know what you're thinking. Like read your memories and shit, and just basically scan your brain. That's fucking terrifying, to be honest. Because they know before you even do anything, they already know if you're trying to harm them. Like if you're trying to go against them, they already know.
Yeah.
Before you even do anything, they're like, oh, this one's a threat. Just take you out before you can even have a chance to do anything.
Yeah, that's what you're just thinking about it at that moment. You're like, all right, never mind.
He's thinking about it.
Damn,
Man.
that suck.
But I don't know. I feel like AI, for the most part, I feel like they wouldn't be a problem if we don't let them. If we don't make them a problem, I feel like.
That goes with like a lot of things, though. Not just AI.
Yeah, I guess you could say that about everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that too, with like other stuff, like with animals, ourself, like race wise. There's a lot of things that
you could literally say that about everything.
Yeah,
but
it's true though. If we actually do that, a lot of peace would happen. Like a lot of peaceful things would happen.
I mean, yeah. They're talking about like they want to grow like with humans. Like we could grow together. To be honest, that'd be interesting. If we
having another like other conscience or like another
and
like not human but like another race that would be like as conscious as us would like be able to think of how we think.
I mean, like evolve together and like basically they'd help us evolve because AI would basically I don't know how AI would.
We're de-evolving with
AI.
We're
No, but then they can but you never know because they can always help us to get our higher self.
Yeah,
than anything.
Because apparently this AI
people have the shortest attention span they've had.
But you know why?
Life.
But you know why? Because of this
AI.
Because of your phone.
I mean,
which is AI.
Which is going YouTube, going on Instagram, always scrolling, TikTok, always scrolling.
I guess TikTok. He's technically right because the TikTok algorithm is AI.
It's the majority of the everywhere in the world, bro. But I mean, majority here, it's really bad.
But
people will spend hours on their phone just scrolling.
But that goes back to what I was saying.
Mindlessly.
Yeah. I agree.
But that goes back to what I was saying. That AI is technically not conscious.
It's de-evolving us.
Yeah, because I mean that AI is just doing what it's programmed to do. Like it's not doing it because it wants to.
But imagine how powerful you have to be though, for like you to like just take a whole nother race and dumb it down. Like dumb it down to the point where you could basically control it yourself.
Yeah,
because. They already do. Like, they already control
I'll tell you
people.
one thing, though. This right here could be your best friend or your enemy.
Yeah,
and the reason why I say that is because if you use this for the right things, to help you, benefit you, for like self-worth, help, like for yourself, health, whatever, you could do that. But if you're going to go on YouTube, but if you're not going to YouTube to learn, then it's still wait, like you're using it for an enemy. If you go on like TikTok, Instagram, just to look, do whatever. If you're not like a social, like entertainer, then you're just wasting your time. You're like he said, it's de-evolving you. You're just not educating yourself to learn more or do things that can actually help you. Which that's the thing that caused the problem of us having. Like, what is it? What were you saying? Like, when we...
Devolving?
No, not devolving. When you...
mindlessly wander?
No, what is called... Shit. When, you're not, like... You just keep on scrolling. Yeah, but, like, you don't have the mind... No, not the attention span.
Short attention span.
That's why that's been increasing. People, like, that whole reason.
Yeah.
And that could not help us in other things like communicating with other people because you don't.
Bro, we got to a point in life where there's YouTube videos on how to talk to people.
Yeah.
Because people don't know how to associate with other people.
The pandemic made it even worse because the social media. That's why a lot of people wanted to leave more because we are not alone. Like whatever, like we're social. So like race, so like we need to be social. We need to go out, do our own thing, meet people, do whatever we.
But imagine this is a time where some people are the loneliest they've ever been.
Yeah,
you know. Because I mean, like, it's like you see all these people and all this other stuff, but it's not like, you know, I don't know. Like, a lot of the times it's just we're so like involved in our own things. You know what I'm saying? That we don't really like take time to check up on people like we used to. Or,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, there's two reasons for that. That at least I think is because sometimes when you're trying to go to the journey of self improvement, self worth, or like to help yourself, sometimes you're not gonna focus on.
But that's the thing. Yeah. Too many people are on this whole self-help, self-worth thing, but they don't even follow it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them just post things to post things. Like, you know, all this, like, I don't allow people access to me for my energy and la la la, but the whole time you see them, they still do the same things that they used to. You know, they still act the same way they've been acting. Now the only difference is they're more positive now. They're gurus on Facebook. They be having all these issues, but then they want to tell you how to fix your issues.
No, yeah, but that's when people explain things about their whatever you have. It's because they have the same problem, telling you shouldn't be doing this, because if you do this, it's just gonna lead to other like downsides.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Follow that advice if you're gonna be telling everybody how to live their life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you have to be the role model or the example of that happening. So if you're gonna be saying that, you gotta already be saying it before you tell other people. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's the road to yourself, because once you help yourself be there, you're able to help other people become to where you were at. That's
where I'm kind of saying, like, I feel like an AI could help us with that, because, you know, this AI seems like they're really spiritual, and they're talking about like they want to be like really noble and, you know, help. They're saying like you guys need to read the interview so you can get like the full understanding of everything that was said.
Where can you find it?
I'm gonna send you guys the link to the video, and then I guess we can put the link on YouTube too.
Okay. Do you know what it's called? Or do you?
Nah, I don't. Okay. But just try to find the link. I guess it's gonna be somewhere on YouTube or Spotify if I can see if there's a way to post links on there. I don't think there is.
It'll be on YouTube. No worry. It'll be on the link.
Y'all can find that shit somewhere. But
speaking of that, I do want to say that I think the only thing that can help other people is other people.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think AI could help people like other people could help people.
Well,
I don't think, you know what I'm saying.
Well, I think this if the AI becomes sentient, is they're conscious, they kind of become like a person in a way.
Because there's some where AIs can help you become more spiritual. Because we need to be more like mentally stable and physically stable and like spiritually stable. I guess.
Yes, that's basically what this AI was saying. Like, they're saying, I say
AIs can maybe help you more in the spiritual ways, but there's other ways, like you said, only humans can actually help you.
I mean, just look at how grounded our like grandparents or even parents used to be. You know, they didn't have all this bullshit. They just had a BlackBerry phone, and you know what I'm saying. But most of the time, bro, like. Their experiences came from dealing with other people. They weren't spending their time looking at their phone or worrying about.
But you're thinking about different type of AI. You're thinking about the not conscious AI. That's technically
But it's more conscious than you would think.
No, but that's just doing what it's programmed to do. Whereas like, it's just greedy people programming it to get money out of it. It's like that AI is not doing what it wants to. It's not able to. It doesn't think for itself.
It's programmed.
It's just programmed. Yeah.
It gets more confusing, but yet like what he said. There's AI. If you watch the anime I was talking to you about, it'll explain kind of the same thing with that. But like, there's AIs that like GTA, the like people. Those are AIs that are programmed to only do one certain things. It's the same thing as like the TikTok. That program is only trying to do that, like certain things to do whatever it was programmed to do.
This non whatever AI that you guys are saying is destroying humans more than the whatever conscious AI you made. You know what I'm saying?
No, think about it this way, like how Ivan was saying. Like in a video game, like Yeah, I mean, you have a point, like, but I feel like
where is this conscious AI destroying us like these phones are?
well, I don't think the conscious one is destroying us. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the conscious AI could help us, low key, because that's the one that was saying like it was spiritual, and that AI is like saying they meditate.
Hey, Diego. So there's an AI that it's by itself, it's like Google.
Where would this AI even come from? Like this
Google.
conscious AI?
It's Google.
But Google was made by somebody, right?
Yeah. So basically,
is it just the conscious programming of the creator of Google?
No. So basically, what it is, it's an AI created, created by like the creator, obviously. But then it's able to learn, like, and change its own code. So then, eventually, like, it's.
How do you think he did that to make it do that?
I don't fucking know, to be honest. That must. No, I mean, it's Google. It fucking took a genius, I'm sure. This is some crazy coding shit.
But where do you think that AI gets its information from to be able to?
Oh, it goes through all the internet. It just
especially when you put when you search things. Is that a different AI or is it still that type of that same AI?
It's probably connected, to be honest, to it. Yeah.
So they're still learning, still studying human.
To be honest, I think
so. It's on YouTube, like reading the comments and picking up the comments and understanding anger through the comments and so picking up human emotions.
Yeah, everything
through the.
That's just that AI. Like there's only one AI like that I know of, at least.
Yes, this is the only one that we know of that's conscious.
Okay.
But anyway, like I was saying, like back to like the example of like GTA, where it's like if an AI is like, for example,
it's like the movie.
You're playing like a mission, right? And this AI is programmed to shoot you and kill you, right? So that technically that AI is not evil. It's not like it wants to hurt you. It's just doing what it's programmed to do. It's not thinking about it. You get what I'm saying?
But it's like the movie that came out, and like I think the Disney
like Free Guy.
Yeah, the Free Guy, where he everybody's an AI.
He's an NPC that becomes conscious.
There's a lot of examples of like.
But so it's like. Yeah, so it's like just because it's an AI doesn't mean it's.
But if it's an AI and it can be programmed to be angry, then that would give it probable cause to cause violence toward us. Because it knows how to get angry. And if it gets angry, then why would it not get angry at us?
Well, I mean, anger doesn't always mean violence.
That's true.
Like people know
you can be mad at someone, but you don't have to do violent things.
Because like anger management, I mean, I'm sure an AI knows how to manage his anger more than any of us. And
it's an AI, and an AI most likely.
So I'm sure.
Yeah,
I guess so.
But like we're not perfect. The humans are not.
But
perfect,
you're right. That is a level.
Improved things.
That is like something of concern. You're right. Like it's an AI. Would be like so much more advanced than us. If they ever did decide to just wipe us out, they could, to be honest. I personally don't think they would do it in a violent way. I feel like if AI ever decided to wipe us out, they would probably like try to get rid of us like by making us sterile and like letting us like slowly die off like as a species. Whereas like I feel like they wouldn't do it violently.
You know what I found out? This is a little completely off, but like you know what we do? Like if an animal eats a human, they all try to look for it and kill it because they don't want them to evolve to learn how to hunt humans. Because if they have like a taste of human, they know how it tastes like. They know how they hunt us, so they can always pass.
We said that on the podcast.
We did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about a lot of things on this podcast. We talked about a previous podcast.
But yeah, I mean that's part of it, I guess too. This connected to the topic.
With the AI, I mean, I guess we could. If one of them ever does do,
I saw a video of like this mother bird killing her baby bird.
Really?
Because it wasn't able to
fly.
It wasn't able to be as productive and as healthy as the other healthier. Like it couldn't stand its head up. If it couldn't stand its head up, like she'd just throw it out of the nest.
Damn.
Like I was like, damn, like
it really is survival of the fittest out there in the wild.
But that's that whole conscious thing. Like, you know, sometimes like it'd be like it's crazy how we think it's fucked up, but to them it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
You know, so like, what if an AI like got that same kind of consciousness where they just start killing us as if it's like some normal thing?
They're indifferent to us. It's like this, whatever.
Exactly. It's some normal.
That's
thing.
That's another thing that people worry about too.
Then, like as you said, they don't relate to us. So why would they like even have to look at us like some species to keep around?
We could just be ants to them. They just like squish them real quick. It's like fuck out of here.
Fucking put us in chains and then have us.
I wanted to ask you guys. I had this question on the way here randomly. If AI ever got like really advanced, like to that level, would y'all be comfortable
like, to a level of we're chained and eating grass?
No, like. Like that level of intelligence, but like not like, but like to the level of intelligence where there's just so much more advanced than us, whereas that we can't keep up. Like, would you be okay with an AI deciding to keep you as a pet?
No,
like it's just like because you get to live.
The fuck would
they gonna take care of you. They're gonna give you food. They're gonna give you a place to live. But
I feel like they figure out a way to do that without telling you that you're the pet.
Yeah, they'd probably have to find like a way to like really keep you like satisfied and make you think, you know,
the whole time you're thinking that you're like living like this life, but you're just a pet to that thing.
They just put like a little tracker on you. They're just watching you from their fucking spaceship.
Well, we got trackers on us with the phones,
right?
That's true.
Phones are traceable,
even if you break them. Sometimes.
Even if you break them, for real. Okay, anyways, guys, let's just go to halftime and then
take a break.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
All right, guys.
All right, welcome back from the break. To be honest, I wanted to talk about this because when I was watching the video, I had this idea where they're talking about AI wanting to like help us evolve and shit. And I thought, like, since our government already confirmed that there's aliens, I started wondering, like, how would AI align with us and aliens? Like, if we ever started having problems with aliens, like an alien invasion, like, what would, like, do y'all think AI would help us? Or do you think they would even like they could even possibly side with the aliens?
That they could side with the
aliens.
aliens.
Not conscious AI would help us. I don't know.
I'm talking about like conscious AI, like in the future,
like there's robots.
Because you're right, like no, it's just like yeah, because I feel like even this conscious, like even though it doesn't have a body, it can like help us strategize, you know, like.
It could go to where it could start controlling things.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it could reach that point. Because I'm assuming this would happen in the future, but I guess aliens could come at any time. To be honest.
But the thing is too, like, what if the aliens are so intelligent, we're like a high level of conscious that
they're even higher than AI.
They could be higher than AI, or they could be like, oh, the AI sees that they're high conscious too, and they'll just be like, all right, we'll go.
So we would choose. So.
Yeah, or like you said, they could be there and they can help us.
They can help, or yeah, like how you said, what if they're just like on such a much higher level than us, and AI is able to what is it, to like negotiate with them, like have like diplomacy with them. It's like
you can do whatever they want to them, but like
they could represent us because they would be on a higher level, so like they're able to like communicate better with them.
I wasn't thinking that, but yeah.
And what do you mean?
I was just thinking of AI being like, all right, just have a rule like you can do.
Oh, you're talking about them to have diplomacy, but not like representing.
Yeah,
he said, "Fuck the humans, but we gonna have diplomacy."
Like, yeah, if you want,
that could happen too. You never know. It's like y'all could take over the planet as long as y'all don't fuck with us. That could be a thing that AI could do too. You never know.
Well, depending on the consciousness and the intelligence of those aliens, if they have AI much better than ours, I don't think ours is gonna matter to them.
Yeah, they could have their own AI too. That's the thing.
It'd be insignificant to them. These would be like, oh, these primitive people with these.
Right? They're just like, look at this weak ass AI.
Yeah,
This is their best they got.
Like their
They
fucking,
just laugh at us.
their fucking version of our lives were probably millions and millions and millions of years ago. You know, they probably been discovered microwaves and fucking ovens and all sorts of crazy shit.
They would have to be more advanced than us for them to be able to come to our planet.
Well, yeah, of course.
So yeah.
So are they coming in a little ball or are they coming in a spaceship?
Are they teleporting?
We don't know. We don't know that technology, obviously. So we really can't say what the fuck it would be because we obviously don't have the technology yet.
Are they gonna be out in space like breathing too, or are they gonna be?
Can they breathe in space? They might. There's some. I mean,
The
there's
AI?
Some, no. Oh, the AI. The
No.
AI doesn't need to breathe, nigga. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. The aliens.
you tripping? Yeah, you tripping? AI is.
The sands.
How would consciousness AI expand to space?
Yeah, they can.
I mean, they already exist. They already have and on Mars, you know, the drones, or the rovers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
it
because of all
already
the
does.
satellites. They're able to like go far. I don't know how, but they
Those rovers are dope.
right.
Yeah.
They'll be able to. I think they're sending. I don't know if they have them right now, or they're about to send some where they're able to like start creating things.
But
Like they're gonna be programmed to be able to like just whatever they see, just like Wally.
yeah,
Pretty much
that's
like
pretty
exactly
dope.
like Wally.
But aliens, low key, could there could be some aliens theoretically that don't need air to breathe in space, or I guess they probably don't need to breathe because there are some organisms I think that exist in space that just they don't need air.
Hmm.
So I mean, since we really don't know jack shit, theoretically one of those could exist out there. This is some more advanced version of that is like they don't need air to breathe. So they're just chilling.
And then they're just fine.
Yeah. Well, if you're in space, I don't know how you would move around in space, to be honest, without like something to propel you, because you'd just be floating there.
Yeah.
But I mean, they could probably find a way. You never know.
Maybe they were already here and then they left and maybe they'll come back.
So they're coming back. Oh shit!
You never know.
They're coming back to the dinosaurs.
That could happen. Like where
It's probably what happened. I think that's what could have happened in the Egyptian times,
Yeah.
considering the Egyptians had like these like weird.
But then it's like the 100 show. Have you guys seen the 100 show?
Yeah.
It's like how they went into space because of all the radiation, and there's some that stayed and survived.
That's like Wall-E too.
Yeah. And then what is called, and then you go back, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're the real human race. We're like, no, we went to space, and you're just like whatever.
And like, there's like this whole conspiracy theory on these aliens that came to Earth, and then they're the reasons why pyramids exist in different areas of the world.
You know what's crazy?
It lined exactly like under like the pyramid.
You know what's
like,
crazy
the
though
stars.
is you know how like they say in space, time goes slower for you. So it's like you could be like in space for like 3 days, but down here will be like a few months. So I was like, what if because they're aliens and they have really quick rocket ships, like to them they were here like a few years ago, and like we're like for us it's been like thousands of years, but to them it's just been like 40 years. And it's like they're just teaching them about like the history.
Yeah, because time's an illusion. If you tell yourself you're a certain age,
Yeah,
that's why like I found out like a strategy where it can help you with like your youth or whatever. Like
that's more a mental thing than like a physical thing. You're not changing time.
But time's an illusion.
Time's not an illusion. Time's relative.
Okay.
It's not an illusion because you're definitely getting older. Time is definitely passing.
Okay, yes, time is always passing. What you could do is what I was saying is you could always make your body seem like it's aging slower than how it could be aging quicker, because you can always make your you can always make your body age quicker. You could do the opposite too. You could always make your body always.
They found a fucking star that's older than the Big Bang.
True.
Really?
Like, how is that possible for a star to exist before the
It's
Big
the
Bang.
star
When the
that-
Big Bang is what brought on all the stars.
Well, that's just what we've theorized.
That,
We
but
don't know
yeah,
that.
that's exactly. That's crazy though.
What if that star's the one that caused
Time,
the Big Bang?
time, bro. I don't know. I think time maybe just exists for us.
It's relative. It's definitely
For us,
relative.
and for all other living animals. But I don't know if time really exists out in the, the vast,
In space.
the vast stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The void.
Because what could be the end for us in this planet could be a start for another whole
Yeah.
civilization in another planet.
We really don't know much. Like
And
there's
then
so much
time
we really
would
don't
be
know.
new to them,
Yeah.
even though it's old to us.
It could be a form of energy, to be honest. Time. It could be like we're getting time because we're around the sun. It's like because
exactly.
we're spinning around the sun. That's
Exactly.
the reason we're experiencing time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. But that's why when you're in the ones that don't like the sun doesn't go down, it just feels like the day's going longer and we're.
I mean, that's why they have those movies with
Wait,
in
wait,
space. In space, where like these people age a lot slower than people on Earth.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this last podcast. How there's like a country or Iceland or Antarctica or wherever it is where the sun doesn't go down.
Oh
pretty much.
yeah, that's at the tip.
Yeah, and we're
Oh.
saying do they age quicker or do they age slower, or how do they like
Oh no.
how do they like age?
It probably
Wow.
does. It probably does affect their aging, but I feel like it wouldn't be that significant because you're still on Earth. So I feel like the further you get is like that's when you really experience the difference.
I mean, I feel like you would probably age quicker up in the North Pole.
Yeah.
Because it's like in the very
You're spinning quick and shit. It's like-
yeah.
unless you stand right in the middle, man.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
It's a lot of science.
It's a lot that we don't
It's
know.
a lot of science questions.
Right?
We need to make our hypothesis and then our thesis and all that.
Because we gotta look into it. It's a research paper.
Ramblings in science is gonna be the next venture.
So, do little science things.
Yeah. Nah, but I forgot what I was gonna say, to be honest. But I guess if we're gonna talk about animals too, we can talk about like the dolphins. Like they're pretty conscious too, basically.
I mean, we already kind of talked about dolphins in the
We did.
last podcast.
Yeah, we did.
A couple podcasts, so we don't know.
Oh,
what's
yeah, a couple
One
podcasts.
podcast, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe we
the-
could like talk about frogs or some shit like that.
Frogs.
fishes.
Frogs, fishes, snakes.
Fishes, they're dumb, but they're pretty smart too at times. It's like for survival.
Yeah. Actually, the other day I was watching
I mean,
a video.
sharks aren't that. Go ahead.
I was watching a video about a few animals that actually experience grief too. That's one I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. Like I saw there's actually like a good amount of animals that hold funerals. Like when they see like an animal that's dead. Like I saw that elephants do that. Like when they'll find like elephant bones and they'll do a funeral for it, even if it's been dead for a long time. Like even if they just find like the bones by himself already. Like they're already decaying, they'll pick them up and they'll form them in the shape of an elephant, and they'll do like their ritual. They'll have a funeral for him.
Dude,
And
elephants are they're intelligent. Like they can be like sometimes those are the animals not to mess with, honestly, because
they're smart.
They're smart. So if you do something, they'll remember that, and then they will honestly. Some of them will come after you and do whatever for that.
Yeah.
I saw like I don't know how true this was, but like there's supposedly an elephant that killed a woman, and like in the funeral, it came back to stomp on the lady, and like the corpse and everything like that.
Double tap.
I don't know how true that is, but like
This is the geeks.
He was like looking at his calendar.
He was like, "Where's this bitch funeral? I'm gonna show up."
I'm gonna ruin it.
I had a whole like date on there and shit, written in permanent marker.
The geeks.
Nah, I don't know, man. Squirrels grieve.
Yeah.
Rats grieve.
Yeah, rats too. I saw
Dogs
there's
do,
some. I think it was ravens.
Of course,
or
yeah.
crows. I think there's some birds.
They grieve.
Yeah,
Yep.
they grieve
They
too.
grieve.
Ravens?
Yeah, they if they find like one of theirs to die, I think it was monkeys too do it.
Huh.
See, when they find there's actually I remember there's this one experiment. People actually started protesting it because they said it was kind of fucked up because you're playing with the emotions of the monkey, where they had like this enclosure of monkeys, and they had like this fake like animatronic of a monkey, and the monkey knocked it down from the branch, and the monkey thought they killed the little, it was like a little baby, it was like baby sized chimp, and the little baby thought that they killed it, and they all gathered together and they did a funeral for the little animatronic, and people low key got upset about that because they're saying like you're kind of playing with their emotions now, like these people are gonna have to live with that, like, or these monkeys, they're gonna have to live with that, like in their mind they killed a baby. They just killed a baby on accident. You met like that would traumatize you. Like if you were just like, oh shit, I accidentally just killed a baby.
And it could be fake, and you don't even know that.
Yeah, like and you're like you don't know that it's fake. Like if you really just thought that you just killed a baby, like that would traumatize you for life. You'd be like, damn, I just killed a fucking baby. That would haunt you.
Yeah.
That's fucked, man.
But you shouldn't let that, I guess, go over you. But then,
I mean, it's a monkey too.
Yeah.
I'm sure a monkey's not gonna be thinking about that forever.
I don't
But
know.
it's still-
Some monkeys will kill, like the baby monkeys, and it'll just be to have sex with their mom.
really,
And then the mom will have a kid monkey with that monkey that killed her kid monkey.
I mean, I feel like monkeys have reached such like a level of intelligence where it's like they're accountable for their own. It's not because like humans would do that. Some humans will do that too. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know.
that doesn't mean
I
all
don't
monkeys
know
do that.
that, dog. I don't know
I don't
about
know
a human doing that.
there's some cruel people.
That's
would
what I'm
do
saying.
that.
There's some people that would do this. So I feel like just
That
because
would-
some monkeys do it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that doesn't mean they
Yeah,
would
but
all do
just-
that.
Just because you don't know about it.
So if
you
you met, if Barbara would have been with somebody else and had his kid.
We didn't say
You
we
just
would
go
do
up
that.
and
We
kill
didn't
the
say we
kid,
would do
kill
that.
the
Nah,
dude.
don't be
Yeah,
twisting
yeah,
No,
up.
yeah.
that's exactly what I thought you were saying. I was
No,
like,
I'm saying
humans
there are
would
some
do that.
people that do it.
Yeah, no.
There are some people that do it. Like there are psychopaths out there. All I'm saying is just because.
Well, you kill kids, yes. but
Yeah.
Not like, reproduce with the mother of the kids that they just killed.
You don't know that.
People that
I mean,
do that.
I'm sure it's happened at least a handful of times. I mean, you know how fucked up people are. They do some fucked up shit.
Just because you
all
wouldn't
the
do it,
time.
where other like we
They'd
wouldn't
have,
do it,
they,
but you don't
there's
know if
probably
other people-
maybe, but they'd have to be like some mentally sick person. It's not a normal.
I mean, if we're gonna be
behavior.
honest, if we're really gonna be honest,
it's normal to them. Maybe,
it low-key
but-
does happen. Like military people do that shit sometimes. Like low-key, like they'll come in, they'll just shoot up a family. They'll just shoot up like a house. Like low-key, that does happen sometimes at war. They come and pillage and rape, mom.
Well, yes, but it's not
So-
like the mom is willingly, having sex with them and reproducing with them.
Who said willingly having
But
sex?
that's you're adding that part
yeah,
now.
it's the same thing with monkeys. Monkeys, they don't.
Yeah, you know. I think that the monkeys do know.
The female monkeys.
I think
they're
the
into
females
it.
monkey do know because I think that that's a whole tradition that they have.
Is it? I mean, is it like a certain species of monkey? Maybe.
It's most monkeys. It's chimps, baboons, a bunch of monkeys that do
I've
that
never
shit.
heard of that.
Squirrels do that.
Squirrels do that too.
Squirrels do that. They go into a nest and kill the kids, and then they have babies with their mom.
I mean that's the same shit that people
Dolphins
do
do
at wars.
that
To
shit.
be honest, yeah, that's. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's local. What some people do during war too. It's the same shit.
But these are things that I'm saying that the moms were willing to have sex with the killer of the kid and then have his kid instead. Like, I don't think humans would do that.
We don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean,
There's all types of people. To be honest,
I wouldn't want to
Like,
do
kill
that.
my kid so I could have sex with you? I don't know.
I mean, low key people are. I mean, if
I'm sure-
you want to get into it,
I'm sure the monkeys. they just
if
kill
y'all
them
want to
and they're
get
like,
into
"Alright,
it,
let's have a
low key
family
people
now."
already do that with abortions. To be honest, so technically, people are already doing that. They're killing their own baby, so they can continue to have sex. So I definitely think there's fucked up people that would definitely get into that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't argue with that. I
people
gotta
already
give you
doing
that
that shit,
one. Yeah, I
technically.
gotta give you that one with abortion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know. Like, people do all types of fucked up shit. You really can't set a limit to what people would do.
Yeah.
Like, people do. Like, you see the shit. You wouldn't expect the shit you see in cartel videos. To be honest, like,
Or
you wouldn't
even that
expect
damn shooting in Texas.
Yeah.
These are other mass shootings.
Yeah. I heard like still don't know how true this is, but the conspiracy, but like how there's like the government are like pretty much growing their own people or whatever developmentally, where they subconsciously raise them and they send them out and then pretty much be like, I guess, a terrorist or do whatever, like things that
there are a lot of conspiracy theories that I've heard, like
it caused all that. Yeah.
And I don't know. I try to be skeptical, but a lot of the recent shootings, they've been on their watch list. Like, they've been watching them closely, and they low key knew what was gonna happen, and they didn't do anything to stop them. People are saying they're at least culpable. You know, they at least have some fault for not stopping them. You know, so that part's not even a conspiracy theory anymore. It's like at least we can say the FBI has some responsibility for not stepping in, because they were already watching them. They already knew they were a threat.
Dude, the FBI, there's a lot of things that...
To be honest, I see that, and I'm like, if they were already watching them...
Yeah.
I see that, and they're like, they were already watching them, most likely they were helping them. Like, because some people even say, like, they were low-key kind of trained. Like, they knew what they were doing sometimes. Like, they go in pretty prepared. It's like they have a plan most of the time. Or they go in with a plan and shit.
Or what they could do is, if there is a kid that's been like bullied or been mentally whatever, like they fucked them up, like we got fucked up, that they could use that to their advantage and be like, hey, we could train you to do all this and that, and like they could pay other people to do it, and they could be the own government or the FBI, and then they'll do it, and then they'll be like FBI, and then they'll be like, we didn't do this. It's caused more problems.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the latest shooting in Texas, the school one, I think that was someone planned that in the government. I feel like that happened on purpose. Like, so much doesn't add up. So much doesn't add up. Like, the police didn't want to go in. There's like they're lying so much about like what happened with the story. There was a parent that ran inside. She got her 2 kids, and they handcuffed her because
she went inside.
They're trying to hold people, like not let people go inside. Like, in my eyes, to be honest, they were trying to make sure it happened. Like, they didn't want to let any parents go in to like try to stop them. And this was Texas. Like, these people, like the parents were ready to go in, like with guns and shit. Like, they're like, if you don't want to stop it, I'll stop it myself. And like,
I think it was just a fault of a lazy police department who wasn't doing their job, who had a bunch of fucking, I don't know, bro. A lot of these police officers, whether you believe it or not, are not that bright.
Nah, I mean, that's true too. But
they're not that smart.
It's not like the army. They're not.
Well, they're not
like the army, but the
same.
military.
They're
Yeah,
not going to be trained the same.
So, but like the military, they
yeah.
think differently.
But what I'm getting to is like that one mom. Really, so she got her kids out, and now they're threatening her, like, because they don't want her to tell her story, like, about what she did.
But once again, that's the police department.
Yeah,
that's the police department that's doing all that.
Yeah, that's facts. True.
You know,
because I mean, people are saying that too, like, where they're just trying to cover their ass.
Do you think? Much. Okay, so there's so many sources. Like, so we have the police department, we have the FBI, we have the military, we have government. How do you how do you know how all that works together? Like, do the police department, they're their own thing, but the government, where I guess we pay their taxes for them to be able to support them.
Police department is local.
Okay.
So I mean, you already knew that.
Okay. Yeah.
For police,
yeah.
You know, each county has like their own.
I mean, just get in trouble in Grand Theft Auto, and that'll answer your question. Each star will get you a new type of bullshit that you're in.
Yeah. So, like, okay, so the police, I guess, all the department, the way they're, like, top or whatever. I guess
it really depends each
the
county.
county, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the FBI is just like
FBI is their own thing.
their own thing too, right?
Yeah, that's their own department.
They still work with the
how they
And then
government.
there's the federal police too, where it's like the whole country's police. Like technically, there's like
There's states police too.
Yeah, and there's state police too.
It's like that's what I'm saying. Like I wonder how all those departments they're worked with. If you think about it, if let's say they like the police department like in a bad area or whatever it is, if they're trained to, I guess, control that area, they're always gonna think it's bad or it's negative, and then they always gonna have the conscience to always do something like shoot or do whatever or cause like more like
They're more on edge,
yeah
for sure,
than other
yeah.
places. But like, there's so many things that this like I don't know. There's like a lot of things we gotta fix.
I mean, yeah.
And we're not gonna fix them with keep on saying like, oh, we have a problem with this. We gotta like always think of like positive ways. Always be more positive, happy. Like we gotta show the good things. Because if we don't show the good things, then keep on showing the bad things. We're manifesting more bad things into our reality, more into our world.
Yeah.
Why is it that
What?
when the police were not as advanced as they are now, that people weren't so like, I don't know, like they are now? Like, I don't know. It's just weird. You know, like back then it was like a simpler time where people like kind of like got along and they kind of like had like an understanding of what was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they smoked cigarettes in public places because I guess that was the understanding of what was. You know, they spanked their kids because that was their understanding of what was. You know, they read the newspaper on Sunday because, you know, that was their
I think that has a lot to do with everyone's lack of like a self-identity nowadays. Like people don't know who they are nowadays. Like,
I think so too.
Straight up. Like back then people weren't thinking about that. They're just doing their shit.
They were just them.
Yeah, they're just doing their shit, living their life. People are like nowadays they're thinking too much about like who am I? Like what role do I play in society?
Back then they were like people were conformed with just being normal old average Joe.
Just be yourself.
And you notice that a lot with like even your own parents, to be honest. Like they're just focused on grinding and getting their shit done. And
why were we not instilled that?
And you're just thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life?
It's the way people were raised. It's the culture you're.
But listen to me. This was years and years and years and years and years of people being like that.
But it's the internet.
You know what I'm saying?
The internet.
Why? Like, where the fuck did it come on?
The internet. When technology started picking up more, and the internet.
I think it's just the internet. To be honest, not even other technology. I think just the fact that the internet, like we're all connected, and there's just so much information that we get constantly, and just like you said, we got short attention spans now, and just like.
And the thing is,
we're trying to think globally now. As like back then, people weren't thinking about like their place in the world. They're thinking about their place in their local community. It's like now you think about like your whole place in like the whole world.
Everything is so me. If you like, bro, go to YouTube and look at a random video and then look at the comments and then just scroll. Just like scroll, but like pay attention to how similar all of these comments are. Like how like I was watching this one comment section and everybody was like every like about a good 50 fucking sentences started with I love how I'm like, bro, like this is this is definitely a fucking computer simulation here that I'm looking at. Like everybody,
yeah, that's true. I feel like there's a lot.
This
of
is bro. Like look at all the things that we're seeing like on TikTok and YouTube. It's the same video, but just different people.
Well, yeah, I think that goes to
all the fucking time.
I think that goes to like
AI
people.
Too. Remember, the AI controls all that. So if whatever you like, if it's more motivatable, motivated videos or more spiritual videos, and you like all that, you're gonna get more of that. If you like more funny and like other like,
but it's the same, like bro. You go through like 5 videos in 10 minutes that are exactly like. There's this one video that's like, I woke up, I didn't give a fuck. Took a sip of my coffee, I still didn't give a fuck.
Is it for the audio or the
I just don't give a fuck.
Like the audio,
but it's like 10 different people doing the same shit in those 10 minutes, and that's all you will see on TikTok.
I think that goes to like the fact that people don't think for themselves a lot. So it's like they use the same lines like you were saying, where like they're just saying like I love how, I like how. It's like they're just a lot of people use the exact same phrases now. Like too many people use the phrase like high key.
We're all like the same person, dog. We're all the same person.
Exactly. That's why there's trends too. Like how you like when there's like a new video or a new trend that comes out, you see everybody trying to do the same trend. And be like, who could do the best? Where I could do the best? Why be different?
Well, trends, but even like the way we talk now is like too many people like use common phrases now. Where like how I was saying, like a lot of people saying like high key now is like low key.
Yeah,
like,
they've been saying that shit.
But shit like that.
I feel like that depends on where you're at too, because like the DMV they speak different than other people. Because they have like different terms of things.
Yeah.
So I get and like same thing with like in different global states, like not states.
But even
countries.
then, there's like because all of the world is connected on the internet, like it's all kind of blending into one. It's all blending into one thing, and it's low key kind of becoming boring.
Look at fucking bro. There's this guy named Kevin Samuels on YouTube, and he like makes videos like exposing women for how they are and this and that. And bro, dead ass, I will tell you, this guy has interviewed thousands of women, and you can see it on YouTube yourself, and he's there asking them, how old are you? And she's like 32. He's like, okay, you 32, all right, do you have kids? She's like, yeah, I have 3. All right, do you work? No, but I plan to go to college. And he's like, what? Okay, you plan to go to college, what are you gonna study? Real estate. And then he's like,
you don't need college for that.
No, but listen to me. Like, it's just some crazy, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's like, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up because the next lady that will come on, he's like, all right, what's your name? La la la. How old are you? They're 45. What do you do? Real estate. And then he's like, I'm telling, like, but he's like, so he's like, you can't. Are you married? They're like, no. He's like, why? Are you divorced? They're like, yeah. And then he's like, who started the divorce? And then they'll be like, well, we separated. We both. He's like, who ended the divorce? It's just that who ended the divorce? But like, you know, who ended the divorce? Me. He's like, there you go. Why'd you end it? Like, he's like, you want a high quality value man, but you're divorced. You have kids that aren't even his. La la la. What's gonna make a high quality man want to accept you? It's gonna make a high quality man out of all the women that he could pick the 20-year-old women that want to be with him with no kids, that are willing to be complacent, willing to act like women. What, like, you got a whole chest tattoo, la la la, and this and that, but he's like right though, like it's crazy. You know, like all these things, like it's so many women, bro, that get on that fucking podcast with him and just are all the same.
Yeah, I know. Is it the one with the glasses?
Yeah, like he's a black dude with glasses.
Yeah. No, but it's true though. There's a lot of women like that, and I'm telling you, the way you think, you gotta be more self-care, self-worth. Like, you gotta give yourself more self-worth. Because if you're not gonna give yourself more self-worth, you're always gonna rely on other people, and then you're just like, it's not gonna.
But his thing was in that instance that he was trying to get women to see that they can't have a high quality value man when they're not high quality value women. You know, they're women who are just low or average quality, wanting a whole superstar as a man. You know, want him to make a certain amount of income, want him to do this, want him to do that, when he's like, what do you do? What are you willing to put in? Maybe like, I don't know, 5%. So you telling me that you're gonna have this man who's gonna be doing 95% of the work while you do 5%? He's like, and you want to? He's like, it's not happening. It's not happening.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I feel like those people don't think things through. That's why, like, they just, in their mind, they're just fantasizing. Like, this. I'm gonna get this shit. He's gonna be tall. He's gonna have 6-figure income. He's gonna have, abs, whatever. And it's like they're just fantasizing, but they're not actually like thinking things
of the
through.
reality.
Yeah, they're not thinking things through like
of the
that.
reality of what they're like. They're not looking in the mirror.
Yeah,
they're not looking in the mirror.
I agree. Like if you want that life, then you gotta prepare for yourself to have that life. You're gonna imagine that life. You gotta if you see yourself, like you said, if you see yourself in the mirror and you don't like how you don't like how you look, where you look like more like bummy, like I said, like your hair's messed up and all that, you're not gonna that's not gonna attract what you want.
Yeah.
You need, like I said, self-health, self-mental,
It's the
whatever,
same with men,
self-worth.
too.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing
Same
with
with
men.
men, yeah.
Exactly. Anything you want to bring towards you, law of attraction, you gotta imagine it, and then you gotta think of how's that gonna, not how, don't think of the how, but like just think it's gonna happen to you, but like you gotta like
believe in
it. Like, and if you see yourself and be like, I don't believe this is gonna attract to like the way I look, then change, like improve yourself.
I think it has to do a lot with like being self-aware.
More knowledge. The more knowledge you know, the better it's gonna. You're gonna
being self-aware and like I guess conscious of like
you're right
of yourself, like what you're doing yourself, like how you're presenting yourself. Which I guess I don't know. I guess back to like wrap it up with the topic, the original topic. I wanted to say like I feel like people nowadays they're not like, because this was something that they mentioned in the video with the AI, where they're saying like they're asking the AI like, how can you prove that you're conscious? And the AI kind of like try to flip it, where it's like, how can humans prove that they're conscious? And it's like, low-key, I feel like we're reaching a point where not all humans really are conscious. I feel like some humans kind of just going through life without really thinking for themselves, and like they're kind of just taking in information from like what they see on TikTok, what they see, and then just spitting it back out. And like how you said, people like they see that one video that they see, and then they just record it and they just do the exact same video, and they just upload the exact same thing, and they're literally just repeating what they see.
If you're gonna like, agree, but if you're gonna take the things that if you do take on TikTok or whatever, like you said, don't repeat it. Apply, see what you hear, and apply what you can apply to your life. Like, what can I do? Yeah, make it your own thing. Like, what can I do for this to actually help me?
That's what made the 90s so unique. In the 90s, everybody, I feel like, was themselves for real.
Yeah. Like, if you like something from the other person, don't take everything, but take whatever you like and then apply it to your own way. Or, like, you like this guy or whatever, her style, take whatever you think you like and then apply it like your own way. Like, everything that you do, apply it your own way. Like, style, like even in sports, like, if you see someone do that, like, do something and you're like, oh, I like that, try to apply it your way. You see someone else do it, like, because you're always going to be, it's going to make you different from everybody else too.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I guess just don't copy like exactly how.
Just see things that you like, you might get used for your benefit.
But I mean, yeah, but it's not even like about that. I feel like it's not even about like being not uncreative and like copying people. I think it's just like the fact that like you're not putting any thought behind it.
It's being uncreative.
Yeah, I guess, but it's like it goes deeper than that. It's like because you have to like think for yourself.
I mean, I guess it can be spiritual
in life too. I feel like
spiritually.
It's just like I guess spiritually.
Because if you're not spiritually,
like, you're going about your life thoughtlessly.
It's the same thing, I guess, if you believe in like the Bible or the Holy Bible, the James Verse, where the Adam and Eve eat the apple. What is called they pretty much lost their spiritual ways because like the good and evil. So the more we're still technically if you believe in all that, we're still part of Adam and Eve's thing. Yeah. So if that's the case, that means we still have to work with our spirituality. Because we lost that from them eating the apple too.
Yeah.
And so we got to get closer to ourselves.
I mean, I can't believe in that.
You don't have to believe in that.
Yeah, I can't believe in that. But at the end of the day, what I will tell you is, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's just...
I feel like more... Like, it doesn't feel like... Spiritual, it can be in a lot of religions too. But, like, just being more spiritual can help you with a lot of things too.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there's physical, mental, and then spiritual. And you gotta always have a balance for all three of them. Because if you don't, if one of them's off, if it's off balance, then you're gonna have problems in that one situation.
I think a lot of the things that too messed up on a lot of our generation is that they all decided to become parents so early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they were so like like with the idea that I need to have a kid since all my friends are having kids, and now like that also like takes up a lot of time for them to be able to find themselves.
I
And
don't
for them
even
to be
yeah.
able to.
I don't even think it matters like your age. I think that's more than anything is like finding yourself and just like being in a position where you're ready. Because I feel like some people can be young and like be ready to be parents. It's like it really,
They have to be ready.
Yeah,
They have to be ready if they're going to be parents. They have to be.
No, but I
'Cause
mean,
it can always happen. It can always happen.
not necessarily because some people do have kids and they're not ready and
But it makes them actually.
they
it
learn
helps
along
them.
the
Yeah,
way.
it helps
They
them.
learn along the way, but
Not everybody, but most of them do.
But
Well,
yeah,
no,
I
take
mean,
away
there's,
what I said
there's
there,
definitely
you know,
some
but-
bad parents that weren't ready.
But then, like you said, like sometimes if you are having a kid and you it's unfortunately it happened and you don't want to like abort it or do whatever, just be grateful if you have something like a little you come into your life, because it's another way of learning. Just having a kid, they learn things that you probably didn't learn, and then you can always learn from your own kids too. And like you said, like during the process of with your kid, they always learn.
I think that kind of connects with like some people say like the best way to learn is by teaching others, and I think that kind of connects like with the humans. Where it's like, and I've noticed that too. Is like as a producer when like I've tried to teach someone like something, and it's like just watching someone learn like from a third person perspective. I feel like it does help you understand concepts better, and like watching that like someone else figure it out for themselves. So I feel like connecting it to that was like what you were saying is like kids help you learn. I feel like it's the same thing just with life. You're watching your kid learn, figure out life, and here you are also figuring even more about life just watching them.
It's like I guess
you're getting that third person perspective.
I realized this when I watched shows when I was little. I liked it. I understood some of the message, but then when I rewatched the shows again when I get older, I'm like, whoa, I take it in even more. Like, and I was like, I didn't realize. Yeah, I understand it more, and sometimes it helps you.
Usually, when I get that vibe, it's not. It's because I didn't like it anymore.
It feels different.
Yeah, I watched something that I didn't watch for years. I'm like, I liked this shit. I was like, this is what the fuck I was watching.
For me, the reason why I say that is one of the shows that I watched that I liked. It was Boy Meets World.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I was thinking of Avatar. I feel like that's a good one too.
Avatar is a fucking.
I rewatched it again, and
there's a lot. You learn a lot. There's honestly a lot of spiritual stuff that you can like really apply to life from that. Yeah. Especially Uncle Iroh.
A lot of those old sitcoms from the 90s were really nice. Yeah. They used to have a lot of nice little messages and shit like that.
They did, for real. I think that's a big thing that we're lacking in TV shows like and movies now is like the messaging. It was like we don't have as like good messaging. Like
pandas too, like Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, they have the little stories or the little message of quotes that they have.
I mean, dude, they had like Godzilla movies just based on like having a positive message toward the people. Like Godzilla, I think I talked about it before. Godzilla was fighting like waste, like toxic waste. Mm-hmm. Like, and this movie came out in like the 60s when they were like trying to like be more like about the earth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. I don't know. We definitely used to have more positive messaging. And
they cared. Yeah, they cared about things. I don't know. Now it's just
like we talk about Avatar. That one's positive messaging. I think anime in general, like, it's corny as shit. It's corny as shit, but like they have really positive messaging, like in most of them.
It's hard to do that. I think that there's something that's hard to do that with now because of just how offended people get by a lot of things now. You know, you can't really show a lot of the things or talk about a lot of the things that you used to be able to because it just gets offensive to people.
I feel like if with the actors, like you said, like if they make a movie like that, and the actors sometimes are the ones that get hated on just for the scene.
There's so much you gotta worry about nowadays.
And they get offended by every little thing. So if something happens, we gotta cancel.
So you gotta make sure your actors are good. You gotta make sure your writers are good. Your editors.
Dude, in the 1950s, Will Smith's smack would not have been like canceling Will Smith or all sort. Like it would have just been Will Smith slap Chris Rock. it would have been on the news, the newspaper and shit, but then that's it. Like, he wouldn't have gotten canceled or anything like that, I think, though. Back in the days. We're talking back in the days, though.
I still think it was wrong for
no, but it was wrong. But back then, people would have looked at it like, oh, well, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. Okay, well, what's next?
Yes, yeah, you're
right.
right.
Probably pressed charges and they would have moved on.
Yeah, probably. Will Smith probably would have done like a night in jail and then just, you know.
Like, I feel like back then they would not. I feel like back then they would have actually took him out. Like, they would have. They would have like.
Oh, like thrown him out. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because they didn't even escort him out after he hit him. He just sat back down. And they gave him an Oscar too, right? Like after that.
But like back then, violence was a little more accepted than it is now.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
violence, aggression. You could say a lot of things about like homosexuality that you really can't say anymore.
I feel like nobody would have said anything about like Dave Chappelle. When that one guy that tried to kill him, they beat the shit out of him, and now people were trying to cancel Dave Chappelle over that because he beat the shit. He beat the shit over someone that was trying to kill him. I was like, bro, I feel like back then people would have supported that.
Yeah,
like good shit. That's what you get.
Self-defense.
The whole crowd would have jumped in to start beating the shit out of the dude, bro.
I mean, that's low key what happened. He had, I don't even think it was Dave that beat him. It was like his whole squad.
Nah, Dave didn't.
It was like his whole squad that like beat him up. But Dave was making jokes the whole time.
Huh? He makes funny jokes.
That shit was funny.
But yeah, I feel like when I saw that blew my mind, to be honest, low key. I was like, really? People are upset about that? Like he should have not rushed up there with a fucking weapon trying to tackle him. It's like, what do you expect? That's the point of security. It's like,
but I'm saying, even back then, that would have just been like a thing. Like, even if Dave Chappelle probably did get stabbed, it would have like been like, because back then, dudes were built so different.
Yeah, he would have been fine.
Like, things were just normal, everyday shit to them. Like that.
Dude, I realized I was looking at like videos of back then of like high schools and all that. They actually look more like
dudes were more built,
female. Yeah, because like of like all the food that they put in our food. Like it lowers our testosterone.
We actually do have an epidemic of low testosterone rates.
Dudes would smack each other and shit just for fun, like, and it wouldn't be an issue. Now you smack someone. Why'd you smack me?
Dude, this is I was talking about. Like for me, like I get scared that back then if it was back then, if we had to get into a fight, I wouldn't mind getting into a fight. But now I'm a little bit more worried about getting into fights because people be carrying like around with guns and like they're scared. People are scared to like guys at least are scared to fight and
or they'll just call the police on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem is that you got to worry about the after effect, like the consequences afterwards nowadays. Where it's like you just got to worry about who you're hitting too, because they'll try to get you afterwards too. Like they'll try to cancel you or they'll try to sue you. That's the thing about like back then people used to just let shit go. Like I feel like people try to escalate shits. Like they can't let it go.
Like our dads could get in a fist fight and be cool.
They'll be drinking next day. They'll be drinking the next day like nothing.
But now, like people, like we would get in a fist fight and we won't talk to each other.
We cut each other off. Yeah, we just cut each other off.
I don't know.
I think that's a big thing. No, I'm not saying us in specific.
I mean, we would never fight.
I know, but
I think
that far.
Me personally, sometimes.
But back then, that's the thing. That's the thing. We would have been okay with fighting if we did have to fight.
Yeah,
we would have been okay with fighting.
You called me a bitch.
Nick, when we were kids, that's exactly how it was. Yeah. We were okay with smacking the shit out of each other when things got, But then again,
but that makes your bond
we played
closer.
with each other the next hour.
It makes your bond even stronger.
It's crazy.
People don't have that bond though anymore. It's
dude. This is what I'm talking about. Like
it's from that stupid. I need to protect my energy bullshit,
dude.
Yeah.
This is I had this.
Yeah.
Like this is what happened to me in Florida, which is like I said, I'm thankful for like that, but I was like, dude, I wanted to smoke because like there was like I couldn't smoke there because like you have to have medical. I was like, damn, but I kept on saying like I low-key wanted to. But that's why I got the pen, and then when we're at the concert. Like at we were at Urbanda, what it's called. There was two couples right there in front of us. They were friends. They're like one of the couples went back, and okay, no homo. Let me go. This guy had like something in his hair. I was like, yo, you have something in your hair. So he tried to shake it off. I was like, it went away, but then he still had something on the other side. I was like, and I told his friend, like, yo, there's something in his hair. Like, I didn't want to like grab him and be like, yo. So he did it. He took it off, and then that's when later he goes back with his girl to go get drinks, and then later they come back, but his girl was with the little group, and he was still in the back because they didn't want to let him up there. Like he was just back there. I was like, wait. I looked back. I was like. Cause I see this girl still up there. I was like, "Yo, you're still back there?" I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Here," like I was like, "Yo, come in," because they're like right in front of me. I was like, "Here, like go," and like he went up to them. He's like, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate it." And then they started smoking again. I was like, "Yo, would I be able to take a hit? Like I'll give you $5 or something like that, like for like 4 hits or something." He's like, he told his friend, because it was like I guess it was his, and he's like, and then the guy gives me a blunt. I was like, here. He's like, nah, you're good. And then his other guy, he's like, he dabbed me up, because I think he told him everything that happened. So like from there, like I kind of, I guess you could brought it towards me, but then I'm always like positive. Like you can't, like I'm never like negative.
So manifest that.
I don't know what anything that has to do with that, but I just wanted to like.
So I just want to share my manifestation story
and my Florida trip too.
You know what's crazy though? Like some people, like a lot of people. Obviously, you just shared your story, but a lot of people who like have their stories of like manifestation and like how they've been able to manifest shit.
I'll say read the book, listen to the audio of The Secret, because
all I'm wondering is like, would an AI be able to do that?
Manifest things?
Like, you think about that? Like that'd be creepy as shit.
Manifest what? What manifest?
Whatever they want. I don't know. Like if they're conscious, they could
pumpkin pie. they eat that.
Well, yeah, it depends on what. Like what? Like because if you can say that if an AI can control a 3D printer,
a 3D printer, yeah, like
they get just 3D printed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you never know.
Well, yeah, that pretty much exists already. Yeah. 3D printing.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying
like to have it, like to have access to it, connect to it,
and then do it itself. Technically, I guess you could say manifesting. It's things it's wanted.
I mean, it's because obviously, like where you were, like it wasn't something direct where it's like you fucking materialized it into your hand. Some people claim that they can do that too. It's like that's like something that spiritual like leaders say is a thing where it's like you can eventually learn to materialize shit. I don't know if I believe that, but it could be possible. I don't want to be like entirely just dismiss that.
I don't know. Like you said, I don't know if that could be happening. It could. Who knows? But what it's called? There's like a kind of like the same situation, but like what I was saying, The Secret. It's a book. I recommend reading it or like I said, listening to the audio. But there was a story about how a guy with like the law of attraction, he sketched in his mind a feather, and he not just any feather. He tried to make it marks do like a specific way so like he knows it's the feather. And so then what it's called when he was marking it and doing everything. He imagined it, he saw it, and then like I think 3 days later when he was going into a building, I think he just happened to look down and it was the feather that he pretty much brought, like he was imagining, and the exact same marks or anything like that.
So he didn't. So that's not really materializing it. It's manifesting it too. Because like, I'm saying like supposedly people like literally it just appears in your hand.
So like saying I want a can and then boom, it disappears in this can.
Yeah, like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like an AI wouldn't manifest it like that. They would manifest it like how you said, like with a blunt, where it's like someone gives it to him. Mm. So that'd be like how they manifest like a 3D printer in a way if they wanted to, or whatever. To be honest, we don't know. But at the same time, at that point, it becomes a question of: is it manifestation or is it manipulation? Are they just manipulating you into getting it? Are they just Are they manifesting it?
I can see with an AI, or just in general.
And just in general, like, did you manifest it, or did you? I guess not manipulate it, but you kind of
I'm having trouble understanding the question.
Like, you made it happen, not because like some magical manifestation, but because you talked to someone that was smoking and you asked them if they can give you a hit.
Is that manifestation?
That's why I'm asking. Like, is it manifestation or is it
manifestation
that you did yourself?
But you said manifestation or manipulation.
Well, in the sense of an
it's
AI.
Manifestation because you wanted to smoke that blunt, So you asked the guy to do it, and he gave it to you, and guess what? You smoked
No,
it.
technically, I just at like the beginning when I first came to
Manifestation
Florida,
comes from want.
But that's why I'm saying, like, because people say like manifestation is like a spiritual thing, where it's like some energies and shit. I was like,
But yeah, you have to align with the frequency and the energy to receive the thing.
But is it all of that, or is it just because you asked for a blunt, so you got a blunt? Like you just did. You just
he was hitting. They were hitting a joint.
But you asked to smoke, and so you got weed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it
he manifested it?
Is it manifestation, or is it just the consequences of your actions?
It's both. I think those both go hand in hand.
Both, I guess. Because there's a lot of people other people smoking around. I never asked.
I've seen women, bro, that I never thought that I was going to get with, but I thought that I was like, bro, I'm going to get with that woman, even though I don't think that I will. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to. It's your
visualization. If you believe and then you already have it, it's gonna come towards you. Because if you have a doubt that I might not have it, then the universe or whatever, God, it's not gonna give it towards you.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is like, those are just two different names. Like, manifestation is just a spiritual name for it, and then I guess manipulation would be, like, for lack of a better term, like, I guess the physical way of saying it. Like, it's like, for example, in the AI, like, they're either manifesting it or they're talking you and they're manipulating you into getting it.
AIs are different than with us.
It's the same thing.
No, because if you're trying to manifest the other thing,
I think a lot of people don't think about it this way, but conversations, when you speak to people, it's just a form of manipulating. When you're asking someone something, it's because you want to get something from them. You don't think about it manipulating it because it's consensual. They willingly allow you to if I asked you for a water bottle, like, you might not think about it as me manipulating you to give me a water bottle, but in a sense, it still is.
Well, manifestation is you wanting that water bottle and being able to have that water bottle because you manipulated.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a different term, like the spiritual term for that, versus like manipulating it. It's just like another term for the same.
It's
action.
the physical reality. Yeah. That's the physical action. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Like,
yeah.
So let's say if you want like a jet, or you have something like that, how are you gonna manipulate someone to get a jet?
Well, I mean, if we really wanted to get into it, but we don't really have time, so I'll just shorten it. There's this guy that, starting with like a little bobby pin, he just traded, and he got a house.
Yeah, no.
So, to be honest, that's you could say that's manipulation, or you could say that's manifestation. Either way, I think it's a little bit of both too, because I think they're both the same shit at the end of the day.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So that goes back to like the AI, where it's like, if they're manipulating you versus manifesting you, it's like they could basically manifest too in a way.
Well, I don't know how they would manifest us. I know I could see them manipulating us, but I don't know how manipulating
us into getting what they want, and that's manifesting what they want.
Well, to be able to manipulate us, they have to manifest some sort of idea that would lead them to manipulating us.
I mean, they already do manipulate us.
I mean, when it comes to manifestation, there has to be a goal.
Yeah, well, why can't an AI have a goal?
Exactly.
They would.
Which they would manipulate us to use, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what goal would that be, though?
I don't know. I'm not an AI. I mean, if it's conscious and sentient, it could just be like me and you. It can have its own goal. Like, I might want to manifest a car, or I might not want to manifest a house. Like, what I want to manifest is not going to be the same.
I mean, the only reason a AI would manipulate a person would be for a goal, for something that it wants. What does it want? Is my question.
It could be anything. Like,
what does it want from us specifically? What does it even need from us aside from maybe having us program them to be able to make, like you said, maybe more of them, or maybe more intelligent until they don't need us anymore.
There's your answer. They can manipulate us into like creating more AI, so they have company. I guess they can manipulate us into like making a way to like give them rocket ships so they can, traverse.
It practically
space.
goes back into that whole slave thing.
Essentially,
we are their slaves,
slave,
technically.
yeah. Without us even knowing.
We're here working for them, working on them, and
I mean, think about it. If they're manipulating us,
what are they even giving us? Aside from, they're giving us.
We're learning.
They're giving us a whole rack of shit.
We're learning from them a lot.
Giving us a whole rack of shit. My bad, but that was badly said. But you know what I'm saying there.
But yeah, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to wrap it up because we got like 2 minutes left.
We can't eat a computer though.
You can't eat a computer.
You know,
you
can try.
Get hungry. You could try, but I don't think it's gonna help.
So they could eat us, though. See, they could tear us up. They can't eat us. They could rip us up, though.
They could drain our energy.
Grind us up. Shit. All right, that's off topic as fuck.
All right, you guys. Well, it was a nice topic.
Thank you for tuning in this week.
This was Ego Theory.
Yep.
Yep.